So if you have purchased a Suzie Jules Bargello kit, this short video is going to just go through what's included in your kit and what you'll need to be able to get started with your Bargello project. So the idea of this Bargello kit when I designed it was to really give you some creative freedom to explore this lovely craft, for you to have a go at different things, for you to try different colours and patterns, and really just enjoy creating something that actually ends up having some really, really lovely results. The Suzie Jules Bargello kits are either large or small, so you'll see that it will either give you the equipment to be able to do something like this size or something this size, and this is approximately half of the larger size, the smaller size kit. In your kit, depending on which size you've got, you will have your yarns. So you will have 2 of each colour of the colourway that you've decided to choose. This particular one here that I'm using is Osmond. And you'll have 2 of each, with one colour having 3. The idea of having 3 of one colour is that you've got that little bit extra to be able to create the finishing whip stitch and potentially the embellishments also. That's all going to depend on how resourceful you are when you're stitching as to how much you'll have left to be able to do these extra things. But potentially it should give you enough if you are working as resourcefully as I've planned when designing this, for you to have the right and calculating the yarn out. If you have got this smaller design, you'll have 1 of each, with the extra one having 2. Both kits will come with your birch dowel. It's a slightly shorter one for the smaller kit and a 30cm one for the larger kit. Both come pre-holed, drilled, so that you can, as I've done on this one here, thread through, or you can be creative however you might want to attach it. You might want to use your stitching around here. There's all sorts of ways that you could use this. This is the way that I've done mine. The other thing that you've got included in your kit is obviously the canvas. So the canvas is slightly larger than A4, and it is 10 holes per inch, which is the optimum size for Bargello. And if you've got the smaller kit, it's half this size. You also have included the piece of felt. This is an adhesive backed felt, so you just peel away this back and you've got a sticky backed felt, which enables you to cover the back of your project just to finish it off and neaten and hide those stitches. Often the back stitching isn't particularly messy anyway. If you look at the back of the sample of the small size one, if you've been using it really well, and some of the methods that I talk about in a different video to keep you from using knots, it makes that back quite neat anyway, but you have that option to use it should you wish to. You also have included your needles and a needle threader. The needles included are size 18 tapestry needles. I've included 2 in the kit. In some of my other videos, you'll notice when I show you some stitching, how sometimes it can be quite stiff coming through, particularly when you are sharing a hole with 2 yarns. And that can sometimes put quite a lot of wear and pressure on the needle. And I've had the odd occasion on a particularly large project like this where eventually the needle can snap. So I have included 2 needles to have a spare just in case for that, and that needle threader to make that little threading a little bit easier. And then you have your instructions. So included in your kit, you'll have this first card, which tells you just about what Bargello is, and your key points to get started, and the key information about the stitching and some ideas about embellishment, and then also your patterns. Included in your kit are 3 original 1970s patterns that I've sourced. You can still be really experimental with these. I tell you what I've used as the stitch length for the holes, which I talk about in another video, and you can experiment with this, which I do talk about as well. Okay, so that's everything that you have included in your Suzie Jules Bargello kits. Do hop along to our channel to have a look at me doing some stitching and showing you the technique and giving you some hints and tips about your Bargello projects. See you soon.